Here we have Dan's 2018 Subaru WRX. The VA Subaru is the first generation of the WRX. Yes, I say first gen because up until now, the WRX and STI have always been on Impreza. But starting in 2015, Subaru decided to move away from marketing the WRX and STI under the Impreza name. This time, they opted to drop the Impreza name in all markets, in which the new model was simply named the WRX. While in Japan, they sold it as the WRX S4. So today, we're going to take Dan's VA, we're going to put it on the dyno to get some baseline numbers, and find out what this machine made out of the factory. In its current form, this car is completely stock, but before we put it on the dyno and get going, let's have a quick word from our sponsors.
What's up, Danger Dan?
What's going on, buddy?
What's for lunch, bud?
Just having myself some coffee.
What kind is that?
I don't know. Cobb coffee.
Oh, that coffee must void warranties.
Yeah, it must. What are you having for lunch?
I got a Cobb salad.
Oh.
Yeah. Hope it fills me up, though. You never know with these things, because kind of a strange kind of meal, So I really like your new car.
Thanks, man.
Have you figured out what we're going to do to build it?
No, not yet. We're still trying to figure out who we should go to for all the performance parts.
Oh, yeah, eh? Have you given it so much thought which companies are going to support this?
How's your salad?
That's pretty good. I mean, it's not that filling, though. I mean, it's just, salad is, they never really fill you up.
It's a Cobb salad?
It is.
Whoa. I got it.
Cobb Tuning.
20 minutes later.
Alright, everybody, so obviously we decided to go with Cobb Tuning. We don't have a choice. We're building a VA Subaru, so Cobb's probably the best choice for this. What do you say, Dinner Dan?
Yeah, absolutely. We want to say a big thank you to the folks over at Cobb for providing all the parts for this build. For those of you guys who don't know about Cobb, they've been around since 1999, started out as a Subaru tuning company. They were the first people to offer a tunable platform for the Subarus back in 99, before even the turbo cars started coming out. From there, they've grown and expanded, so now they do everything from Subaru, Porsche, Ford, Mazda, Volkswagen, Nissan, so they have lots of different coverage, tons of different parts. All their parts are exceptionally well built in terms of the quality and the fit and finish on them. They also got the Access Port, which is the quintessential tuning platform for a lot of these vehicles, so I want to say big thank you to the folks over at Cobb for sponsoring this build. We're looking forward to getting it put together and showing you what all the parts can be done for your VA Subaru.
So stay tuned. We're going to keep doing this build here. We're going to go through all the Cobb goodies for you. We're going to unbox them. We're going to install them. And Danger Dan and I are going to take you on a little adventure building the Rad Dad Subaru. You want some salad?
No.
It's not very good. Their parts are better than the salad.
Much better.
Alright friends, we're here at Legendary Neutronics. As you can see, they are quite the Subaru masters over here. We got almost every kind of Subaru you could dream, lust, crave, want in this life here. So we're going to find out today how much power Dan Subaru is going to make, aka the Rad Dad. We've got him ready here.
This in breaking news. You think Amber Heard and Johnny Depp was exciting? Well, how about the EPA versus Cobb Tuning? What exactly is the EPA doing? Essentially, they're wetting our blanket. So what does this mean for all of you tuners and Cobb Pro tuners out there? Essentially with Nissan, the GTR in general, there's no more speed density tuning, so that'll make things a lot more difficult. But that seems to be most affected by this. Subarus, it's kind of all over the place. With the EJs, the EJ255 and the 257, essentially there was hijacking of sensors, so unfortunately there's no longer a way to do that. So what happens when you aren't able to hijack a sensor or turn check engine lights off, when a check engine light comes on, the car will go into limp mode, which is unfortunate, but Cobb has a fix coming shortly for this. For the VAs in the WRX with FA20, this car doesn't require any hijacking of sensors, so tuning is normal. TGV and air pump deletes, unfortunately, are no longer supported, either through Pro Tuning or through the off-the-shelf maps. When doing things on the VA WRX, like an intake, an intercooler, and other little modifications, then you can still tune for that, but it's mainly the emissions control units that you aren't able to tune for the time being. Flex fuel, that is not able to be tuned for, but Cobb does have something coming in the near future that will allow for that to happen. So at the current time, Map switching will not be available. You will just have to run separate maps for each octane or change in your tune. Vehicles like Ford, Audi, BMW, Porsche, Mazda, Volkswagen are all unaffected, and tuning is as normal. You can still tune because you're not hijacking sensors in these cars, so there's nothing that would trigger a check engine light. Unfortunately, like with the Subaru and other vehicles, if a check engine light does come up, like if you're running a catless downpipe, that will still happen, but you're not going to be able to toggle the check engine light on or off. So essentially, run catted, boys. Let's do it. Anything that Cobb doesn't have a CARB EO on currently, they are going after so that they can offer green modification products that are not going to hurt emissions, but are also going to help with performance. Cobb, being a massive tuning company that they are, they have the resources to develop products and offer CARB EOs for people in California, which have quite strict emissions, but also in just other areas where having the emissions compliance is going to be very helpful. What this does is it allows you to make power, but then not hurt the environment, which apparently is a bad thing because it's getting hot out. If I update my access port, will I lose any maps? No. If you have an access port that came with the stage 1, 2, and 3 maps, you will not lose that. It's just on the tuning software, which you'll not have the access to certain things like you did before. What does it really mean? It means that liberals, green people, tree huggers, they're all going to be happier, even though your Subaru is still really fucking loud. Even though we as car enthusiasts can be seen as the bane of existence to anybody who has children at 2 o'clock in the morning when you're screaming by at 7,500 RPM, basically those people can now rest at ease because you're a bee green. So what does this really mean? Essentially, if we look over the industry as a whole, this is actually a good thing for the industry. Basically, the EPA has been coming in hot and throwing out fines left and right, and essentially everyone is scared and has been shutting down new product development and has been very affected by all of this. So when you have a tuning giant like Cobb, who is still going to trudge forward, but going out and getting the CARB EOs, that shows the EPA that you can modify and still be green. So essentially, for everybody else out there, that helps because hopefully the EPA will see that this is possible and a lot of the heat will come off of the industry, meaning that you and I can still have our modified cars. I'm just getting this in. All right, we're going back to Dan and Lou, who are working on Project Greenspeed WRX.
We're going to interview these guys soon, try to see what they really think about this green speed thing. I know there's a lot of controversy on the internet. Look at what all these people on the internet are saying. But really, they haven't tried it themselves, I think. But we're going to do it. This guy's super professional. He's coming right now. Don't film him. Don't film him. Be casual. Be casual. Be casual. Casual. No flash. Be casual. Be casual. Be casual. Just reporting live on the scene from the local Cobb enthusiasts out here and how they feel about green speed. And sir, how do you feel about green speed?
Green what?
That's what I thought, especially.
Good car, bro. Thug life.
Let's go talk with another professional about this and just see what the word on the ground is. Andy.
Shit.
Andy. A more respectful angle on the Cobb green speed build. Let's get the female perspective on this scenario.
Why are you assuming her gender?
Let's get a Natalie perspective
Why
on
are you
this.
assuming her name?
Let's get this person's opinion on green speed.
My opinion on green speed?
Yeah, well, how do you feel about it as a professional?
I'm indifferent to it, to be honest. If you want to modify your car and make power, then you take the risks that go along with it. And if you don't want to deal with it, then keep it stock.
Beautiful, man. That's what we came here to see. That's the real freaking word on the street. How do you feel, Dan, as a professional voider of people's warranties on their cars? How do you feel about green speed? It's a little bit emotional right now. Vibe on the ground here. People are angry, happy, neutral, all over this green speed thing. So without further ado, let's see what this car does on the dyno, friends. Now that we got our baseline numbers, it's time to install our Cobb access port and throw on their off-the-shelf 91 octane tune to see what this thing does on a stock motor. Oh man, the Rad Dad Rexy exceeded all expectations.
I'm happy. So the car baseline tunes, it put down 222 horsepower, 240 foot-pounds of torque, was it? And then we got Andy to throw on Cobb's off-the-shelf 91 octane tune. That one is just to see what it's actually going to do on a bone stock car. So we did nothing else, just threw the tune on there, put on the high wastegate tune. Car ended up making 238 horsepower and 246 foot-pounds of torque. So, you know, big jump over stock. Car's got a lot more drivability out of it. It's going to feel a lot faster. You know, and that's pretty good numbers for just a bone stock.
Yeah.
Take it out of the box, slap it in, nothing else done to the car, tune. So I'm kind of excited to see what everything else, all the good stuff that Cobb sent to us is going to be doing for this car. Should be making some good power.
Really stoked. Stay tuned, everybody. Well, that's it for our first episode of Project Greenspeed. Next up, we're going to start unboxing our Cobb goodies and start bolting stuff onto this machine and see if we can make a bit more power next time we come visit the Neutronics dyno. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you in the next episode. Bye now.